So, welcome back, everyone. Yeah, that's right. So, it's been a bit since I really recorded. Funny reason for that one. I got sued by the Dark Brotherhood again. Yeah, because apparently making 20 plus videos about how awful the Dark Brotherhood is and how much I hate Astrid and Cicero, apparently that does not fly in a legal sense. And, well, I guess they had some really good lawyers. Well, so welcome back, everyone. Yep, that's of course right. Today, I'm of course reviewing Haven. So this was a game that came out some time ago, and it features a couple being lost on a mysterious planet and having to make their way off of it. So that's pretty much the synopsis. The question is, how good is the game? Well, I think the game's pretty good. First of all, the game does let you choose whether or not your character is straight or gay, which honestly was a pretty nice touch. I don't really think there's too much of a difference between who you pick, but I personally liked it regardless. The game is also a bit turn based. Combat is, well, turn based. You can control both the characters and knock out various enemies, and of course, you'll have to fight some creatures in order to progress the game. But the most part, you're pretty much repairing your broken ship by gathering resources across the planet, and that's pretty much what most of the game is. Then, of course, you'll see some banter between both the characters, and there's some genuine heartfelt moments throughout the game that really felt tear-jerking. But for the most part, you're just gonna be scavenging this planet. So, I guess, how's that? Is it entertaining? For the most part, it's entertaining, but there's been some issues I've had. The map itself can kind of get a little too confusing at times, and generally did make navigating a bit too tedious at times, and certain upgrades themselves were a bit of a hassle to obtain. But overall, the game itself is honestly pretty entertaining to play. The banter with both the characters was fairly nice, and of course the turn-based battle system I really liked too. The game was pretty decent in terms of gameplay. Yeah, and there were some moments that were pretty fun to witness. Yeah, I think the writing for this game is also pretty magnificent too. And overall, really did help Haven become one of my favorite games of this year. So, I guess closing thoughts? Well, I personally recommend this game. This is one I do plan to trophy hunt eventually, but in the meantime, I'm just going to review it and recommend it to those who have watched this video or who follow me on various social medias. I personally think this was one of the best games I've played, and I think people should experience this one for themselves. Hence why I didn't really talk too much about the story. Because the story itself, well, simple, was pretty fascinating, and was generally really heartwarming. And it was nice to see both the characters bond and get closer with each other. I really enjoyed this game, and I really enjoy games like this, so it was a pleasant surprise to get to experience this one. But of course, that's all I really have to say for today's video. But of course, until next time, thank you for watching, and have a nice day.